Alright guys, welcome to cTab's release day. Today I'm going to go over all of the features of cTab to include the commander's tablet itself, the Android device, and vehicle-mounted FBCB2 / BluForce tracker. So the menu I'm looking at right now is the helmet cam menu on the cTab. And I've got a lot of units out in the field with their helmet cams on. Oh, that's cool. The first thing we're going to look at today is the cTab itself. The cTab is simply an item that goes into your inventory. It's the rugged tablet. And from your inventory you can access it with a special user key. It's user key 12. You have to set it up in your controls and you hit whatever button you decide to bring it up and it brings you to the main menu of the cTab, which is actually a Windows desktop. And you have your three applications. You have your FBCB2 BluForce tracker, your UAV video feeds, and your helmet cam video feeds. So this cTab is what the mod is all about. The vehicle mount and the Android device were things that were added in after the original concept. So let's take a look at the three things we got here. We've got the BluForce tracker, and I actually have a lot of units out in the field. I've got a couple of aircraft at their destinations, one on patrol and one loitering over here. And then I've got a platoon of rangers out guarding the perimeter of the airfield here. And as you can see, these guys are all named with their proper unit names. So the Ranger Rifle Platoon is Havoc, and the Ranger Armor Platoon is Hellhound, and the Ranger Aircraft are Archer, and where are they at? There's one over here, Archer 2-2, and then one is on patrol way out here, which is Archer 2-1. And lastly, the UAVs themselves even are named. We have Greyhawk, and then the Greyhawk CAS, and then we have the Darters over here, UAV Quadrotor 1 and Quadrotor 2, and they're just sitting there for now. And this is what cTab is really all about. It's BluForce tracker, and you can see as a commander where all of your units in the field are. The only requirement for them to pop up here is either for them to have either the Android device or the cTab equipped in their inventory, or to be in a vehicle. And I'll show you what I mean about being in a vehicle. You can see right here I'm Havoc 1 by myself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my other two team members in a vehicle, and what's going to happen is that vehicle icon is going to pop up for them.
Get in that vehicle. We'll go.
So actually, let's open up cTab and watch and wait for that icon to pop up. The vehicle's right here. So let's see how long it takes to pop up. There we go. And since our group name is Havoc 1, the vehicle popped up as Havoc 1 as well. And then, of course, I can tell them to move out.
Move 75 meters, front.
And we can see him moving. And unfortunately, you know, the real BluForce tracker / FBCB2 only updates once every 5 to 20 seconds, but that's not possible to simulate in the ArmA engine, so it's real-time updates for everything that's moving, which is pretty cool. So let's move on. You can use the F1, F2, F3 keys to move quickly between the three applications on the tablet. So let's move over to the helmet cams and check out what our guys in the field are doing. And we have a lot of guys with helmet cams. Every team leader, every squad leader, and every vehicle commander has a helmet cam. So, in fact, I even have a helmet cam. Where am I? I'm Havoc 1. And you can see that the actual proper call signs pop up for the helmet cams. So you'll always be able to go, okay, I want to look at this guy, and you click on him, and it's there. and the player name also pops up, so if you know who's in that slot, you can look there. Now, for some reason, it puts a colon and a 1 afterwards. That's hard-coded into the ArmA engine, and as of right now, we don't know how to get that fixed. So, let's pop this off, and we'll bring our weapon up, and then look through my helmet cam. And there we go. You can see that the weapon because the helmet cam is actually mounted on the side of the head. And it's not perfect right now. There are some clipping issues, but that's being looked into being fixed in the future. So let's give some of these units some waypoints, and we'll check out what their helmet cams look like as they're moving. What I'll do actually is I'll select all of these units over here, and I'll have them move in the middle of this compound. Alright, and now we'll check the helmet cams, and they should all be moving. There we go. So that's really cool. Really cool. And as of right now, you can even look directly full screen into their helmet cam. But obviously you can go into third person, and it's not locked, and it's extremely clear view. Don't know if that's gonna stay that way or get changed. And you hit your cTab button to go back to your own view. And we'll open cTab again and check out a couple more of the helmet cams while they're moving around. And you can see the domes over here, so they're moving towards that objective, which is it's just really cool. And then of course we'll look at the BluForce tracker, and you can see all the units moving. Alright, so now let's switch over to the UAV menu. And right now all of our UAVs are on the ground. They haven't taken off yet, so I've got a UAV terminal, so I'll get them airborne, and then we'll check out their feeds. Alright, so now we've got our 2 Greyhawks and our 2 darters in the air, and one of the darters is directly above me. I don't know if you can see him there, but I can't look straight up, so let's take a look at their view. And again, you can see directly from their view, and again, you can go straight into their optics, which is really cool. And that's me right down there. And we'll take a look at the other ones. The other UAV is looking over the domes where I sent those other squads. And then one of the Greyhawks is circling the domes. You can see its front-facing camera and its downwards-facing camera, and you can actually see the UAV itself right there, which is pretty cool. And lastly, the last UAV is flying off to patrol or get intel somewhere way up north. And of course you can see exactly its position on the little menu right here. And that goes for all the UAVs, and does it go for the helmet cams also? Yes, it does. The BluForce tracker shows the exact location of the helmet cam unit that you're looking through on the map. So I know we've got some units further south. Yeah, we've got some units right next to me, and then some units over to my southwest, looking at a fence. Next, let's take a look at actually using the FBCB2/BluForce tracker to mark enemy positions. So let's say these guys over here were on a defensive mission and they had enemies coming in at them from this town right here. So what we can do is we can double click on the town and put up a salute report, and we say enemy and it's we'll say it's a mechanized platoon. So mechanized platoon, and it's moving to the southwest towards the dome compound, so southwest. And what we have now is an in-game time of 720 that an mechanized platoon, this is the correct symbol for mechanized, and the 3 dots is the correct symbol for platoon, and they're moving to the southwest. And then of course we can do the same for, let's say we have an ArmA platoon moving to the west. So do it again. ArmA platoon moving to the west. So these guys are getting attacked from 2 different directions. And that's really one of the strongest features of the BluForce tracker, is being able to update these things and everyone have a clear picture of the battlefield and where the enemies are. And they don't update automatically. You have to remove them, which you can do with this button down here, delete last user placed icon. And anyone with the tablet or the Android or anyone with access to a vehicle can see this. So now that I've said that, let's go check out what the vehicle terminals look like. So the vehicle terminal grants access to anyone inside of a vehicle. So anyone who doesn't have an Android, let's get in the back seat. Anyone who does not have a device can always access BluForce tracker from the inside of a vehicle. And it's the same button. Oh, that's another thing. There's a precedence. If you have cTab, it'll always open your cTab first. So let's put the cTab in the back of the vehicle. And now let's open up the vehicle terminal. Now the vehicle terminal is only BluForce tracker. You cannot access the UAV feed or the helmet cam feed from the vehicle terminal. At least not at this time. And that's another thing. On all of the devices, there's a button to increase the font size and decrease the font size, and this increases the font size and the icon. And there's also a button to toggle the unit text on or off. Which is also really cool. And of course, you can also do the salute reports, so enemy salute, infantry, platoon moving to the southwest. And you can also do medical. CCP has been set up at this location. And that's about it for the BluForce tracker from the vehicle mount, because we've already gone over most of this. So lastly, let's hop out and take a look at the Android device. Alright, the Android device, you bring it up, same button that you bring up the cTab or the vehicle mount. You hit that button, and you've got BluForce tracker on a mobile device as well. And it's just like the vehicle mount. The only thing you can interface with is BluForce tracker. There are plans in the future for text, so you can send texts back and forth between the BluForce tracker and the Androids and the cTab, but that is not implemented yet. And you can, again, do the enemy reports or the medical reports. And through the menu, let's see, there it is, you can move the icon size up and down, turn the text on and off, just like on the cTab and the vehicle mount. And that's about it. It's just really cool. Anyone who has the Android device is going to pop up. Oh, let's turn the text back on. So all of these units that you're seeing have either an Android device or a cTab. Or they're a vehicle. Vehicles all pop up because they all have the BluForce terminal mounted. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video of the release of cTab. So definitely get the mod and check it out. It's amazing. The modern functionality that it brings to the battlefield is just phenomenal, because all of the stuff in this mod actually exists now. It's not future tech, it's modern current tech. So grab the mod, it'll be in the video description link. And I hope you guys enjoy the mod, and thanks for watching.
We're still taking a lot of fire from the northwest there.
That chopper's spooled up.
Watch to the northwest, well schools.
And then, of course, I can tell him to move out.
Move 75 meters. Front.
And they'll get stuck. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video of the release of cTab, and definitely get the mod and check it out. I'm pretty sure that guy just walked through a wall.